Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the channel. So, let me fix this a little. Okay, that's a little better. So, it's been a wild week, and this is a little bit of a different video. This is more of a personal, hey, how am I doing video. So, just this week, I spent 5 hours in between doctor appointments. 5 hours. 5 hours. 5 hours. And it's I'm getting a little older. I turned 50 this month, which I was like, oh Lord, I'm old. And so I went to saw my primary care physician, and it was like, hey, I'm diabetic. Your girl's a little thick, okay? And he's like, okay, you lost some weight. I'm like, yay, lost some weight. Um, he's like, well, how's your glucose running? Because I'm a diabetic. How's this doing? How's that doing? And coming in, this is the first time I saw him. I see him every 3 months. So coming into 2025, this is the first time I saw him. And some of the 2024 meds became unaffordable in 2025. Just different, not just diabetes meds, those were fine. But some of the meds that I was on before. Um, and I was like, I called the insurance company. I'm like, hey, I was on this, can't afford it. What else? What's affordable? So I brought him the list, and I was like, this is what the insurance company said, and this, and this is that. And he's like, okay, we're going to test your A1C and some other stuff, and then we're just going to kind of see. So the next day, I see another doctor, a different doctor in the morning. And that afternoon, I was kind of wiped out because the first day that I saw somebody, which was on Tuesday, it was 4 hours there and then 1 hour Wednesday morning. And I was like, so the phone rings. I wake up from a nap, and she's like, Miss Becky, the doctor said you need to lose weight. Which I'm like, durr. Okay. If you don't lose so much weight by the time I see him in June, and your A1C doesn't come down so much by June, she goes, we're going to have to look at insulin, which is like, a lot of people take insulin and they're fine with it, but for me, I'm not the greatest person with needles. And yeah, so I was like, oh, crikey. And of course, last year I was on Ozempic because I'm a diabetic, not just because I need to lose weight, but because I'm a diabetic. And that was one of the medications that coming around this year is a prior, not only a prior authorization, which isn't bad, but the cost. So I was like, okay, I'm going to kind of dip in my bag of tricks. I'm going to reach out because, networking and everything. And I've got several friends who are on different sort of weight loss journeys doing different things. And I was like, okay, so let's find out something that's going to work for me. So, talking to this person, talking to that person, how has your weight loss journey been? They've been at it for more than a year. I'm like, okay, so what's sustainable? What's going to work for me? Intermittent fasting is your girl's friend. So, and it's kind of a modified intermittent fasting because I'm diabetic. I can't do the whole thing just yet because I'll need to manage my medications because I'm on multiple glucose affecting medications. Um, so what I do is I just eat one main meal, and just in case sugar goes low, peppermints. And that will allow me enough time to make a meal in case the sugar's low or something like that. And I test throughout the day, keeping a logbook as usual, which I've done all the time. Um, So that's kind of where I'm going to be. I'm going to be crabby. I like food. Uh, food don't like me, but I like food. So that's kind of where I'm at. So to keep myself accountable, um, every Friday is going to be my check-in to see how the intermittent fasting's going. So if I crash and burn on this, y'all are gonna know about it. But I'm keeping it real. I got my starting weight, my current weight, and my goal weight. So I'm not gonna pop numbers in. I'm just gonna be. It went down so many pounds. It went up so many pounds. It went down so many pounds. It went up so many pounds. So we're just gonna kind of do it like that every Friday. And I'm just going to be real. I'm going to share my struggles. This is my second day of intermittent fasting, and it sucks. Uh, Most people are like, yeah, but you just got to power through it. It sucks. It does. I woke up. I've got my Dr. Pepper, which I'm not giving up my sodas. But I intermittent fasted yesterday and today and already lost a pound. So that was good. I'm not going to weigh myself except once. Well, I'm going to weigh myself every day. I'm not going to report online what my weight is except once a week. And I will do that for every video on Friday. So I'll weigh myself every Thursday because I do my make my videos the day before. So that won't be bad. Yeah, and that's just kind of where I'm at in 2025. It is about the weight loss, and I'm not crapping on anybody using Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, any of it, because I was on it last year and lost some weight. It's just cost that's keeping me from being on it. Um, I will say it's not all it's cracked up to be. Now, not everybody, but I was very, very ill on the Ozempic. I also was on Monjaro, was very, very ill on Monjaro. I was so ill on Monjaro, I lost 20 pounds in a month. I mean, literally just could not keep anything down, just vomiting all the time. So that was a hot mess. That was not appropriate for me. And the Ozempic was minimal with the weight loss. It was great for blood sugar, which is why I was taking it, but very minimal on weight loss. Um, Even though I was sick all the time and not eating it, it just for some reason it did not translate to weight loss. Maybe the food that I was able to keep down was just very, very poor choices. So, what is the changes in my diet? What is that going to look like? I will have more information next week about that and kind of what I'm cutting, what I'm not cutting. This week is going to be about experimenting to see what I am comfortable letting go. I don't want to do too much change in the beginning, so it'll be take a little off, take a little off, take a little off, take a little off as we go on. Um, Now, some people can just jump into intermittent fasting. I am tipping the toe in. So we'll just kind of see. Right now, it is cutting the snacking, cutting the iced coffees, because I am bad about drinking the iced coffees. That's where a lot of calories and sugars coming from is iced coffee. So the iced coffees are for sure gone. I have made myself unsweet tea with lemon and sweetener, you know, sugar free sweetener. So I'm drinking that. I'm drinking my diet drinks. I'm drinking my zero sodas. You can see there on the floor more sodas underneath the shorts. Um, so that is kind of where I'm at. And to tie this up, I just want to let you know that we're going to keep it real. If I fail at this, I'm going to let you know. And I'll just be honest. It's about keeping accountability for myself and making some lasting changes. 2 years ago, I made some lasting changes that kept me off insulin and I've sustained those changes. And now, last year, I did the Ozempic, lost some weight off that, lost 12 pounds off that, that stayed off. So, as you come off Ozempic, that weight comes back on. I was able to keep 12 pounds of it off permanently. And now, this year is really about lifestyle changes because I think Ozempic, Wegovy, Monjaro, Zepbound, they're all great tools, and for some people, that is all the only thing that works. So I'm not going to hate on you for that. I've done it myself. But for me, I have got to have up here those changes, so down here it works. So, anyways, I'm going to hop off. I will talk to you next Friday about the changes for the previous week. Have a good one.